Hello Pisces, kia ora koutou katoa, welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is for March 2022. So today is actually the 8th of March that I'm doing this reading. So I'm a little bit behind, as you can see, as you can tell, but I'm still going to do them anyway because those still will be appropriate or pertinent, probably for you in this, anyway. So we're going to go and it may make more sense to you now or confirm for you what was going what was going on earlier in the month and going forward as well, moving forward. So we are at the moment and all the planets are lined up ready to, no one's in direct, so we've got a little bit of a clear run right up until April the 29th apparently, where so it's a good chance or a good energy time to really to get going, with this energy of flowing, of movement, to be able to flow towards what it is that you're wanting to achieve or wanting to bring into the light or bring into fruition for you, and start and I feel like it's like getting some traction is the word, or more traction to be able to implement in things and make some of these shifts and changes and within you, not just like mentally and emotionally but physically as well. But probably obviously within that there's a spiritual shift as well in some way or form, and maybe even soulfully as you continue in learning about things and figuring out things about all sorts of things actually about yourself and how you rock and roll in this world. Okay, so anyway, we've got the archangels that are wanting to come through with today as well, or this month, and bring through some messages. So this archangel Michael comes up first, and he's talking about here feel the love and do it anyway. So there may be something that you may be holding off, and you maybe think, wondering and think, I don't know what people might think, and I don't know what it's kind of, and that may be something that's holding, or there may be that thing, so I'm going to fight that thing about you might be fail, it may be fail, what if it doesn't work, or shit like that basically. And so there's that self what I'm hearing, that self-destruction basically, or self-sabotage there, and maybe you've been putting this off for quite some time. So and some of you, it may be something that is like you may be more realizing it now that actually I can actually do this. So, and now it's like I feel like there's more. This is a good energy this month to start to in a way get your toes and or your fingers on that, and stop resisting and just giving it a bloody shot, giving it a go, or moving forward and seeing things from a different point of view, and because you never know what and releasing stuff so you can allow yourself to move in a direction that serves you, rather than holding off. So what I'm going to work with here, there's a whole lot of cards. I'm just going to work with, maybe we'll see what happens that are coming out. So I'm just going to I'll go with this because the flows are going to be very different. So into how they normally are, but there is a mind body spirit flow and soul flow, same thing in that sense, but it's more about actions, about taking action or actionable steps towards doing, towards where you want to go or what you're wanting to create. Okay, it's not going to happen overnight, but it will happen. Some things do happen overnight depending on what phase you're in or what's going on. I'm saying that, but generally, when we're working towards something, and so the spirit is saying, just like this is about, this is about feeling, sensing, utilizing your intuition, Pisces, to and that gut instinct, about and aligning it. This is about not running purely on emotion, because it's about looking about figuring out what is, because sometimes you think, oh yeah, I'll just go on with my gut feeling, but it's like, did you really? Or was it the emotion that drove you to, that was the driving force that you, and what was that emotion alike or about? So was it a healthy emotion in the sense that you were running with it not you, oh, hang on a minute, you know, a healthy emotion in the sense that you weren't trying to run away from something, and it's like, or they're underlying, you probably didn't realize it, because, you know, we don't always realize it, but it's not until someone says something or questions us are we able to like go, oh, actually maybe, you know, I could have gone that way and I was a little bit, you know, scared or a little bit uncertain in there, and maybe if I had have, you know, maybe taken the next step and had a look and ventured in, I probably could have been all right. But, you know, so there could be some limiting beliefs behind that emotion is what they're trying to say, that are not, that you're unaware of. So it's like having a good look at it. And some of you, it may be that you are, you know, reasonably aware of it, but you still, you know, ran that way anyway. So there's something about blocking it. So listening to your intuition and, you know, allowing yourself to feel the love and do it anyway. So in this one here, I feel like, because it's like, you know, the Ten of Wands has come through here on this one, on this row. And it's like releasing a burden, basically. It's like allowing yourself to release. So there have been some things, you've had a bit of a hard journey and you've carried a load, and not necessarily all your own load, but you've made it yours, you know, not all of it, but some of it, you've made it yours, and which is expanded on what is yours that you don't need to carry. So it's like, you know, and I feel like you get to this point, you're at this point now, it's like really, you know, realizing that, you know, that isn't mine. What is? So it's like sifting through that. So through and allowing yourself to you know, try something, do something, change something, and you know, and experience something different, you know, in your life. So the father here is that some of you may have a father that's in spirit. That's the first first thing that came to me, that some of you's may have a father that's in spirit that is, you know, saying to you, like, looking forward, there are sunny days ahead. Others of you, it may be they're a father figure, whether they're in spirit or not, but I'm feeling like others of you may have a father figure that's still here, that is, you know, has been assisting you to look forward and looking forward toward these sunnier days that are coming. So, or, you know, that are ahead. But it's like now it's like, yes, there are, and we're in this energy, like I said before, where the planets, there's no planets that are in retrograde. So we've got a little bit of a clear run is in utilizing this energy to make the most of it, to, you know, this that is like, you know, bringing this momentum to begin to put things in place a little bit more, and maybe run with a project, and rather than walk or dawdle. So it just maybe increase the speed now. And on saying that, it's like, but it's not necessarily, some of you will be able to run with something, and start making some definite movements, and others will you be, you know, it depends whether that's in your career, your business life, your, you know, your work, you know, maybe that you're shifting work, or you're changing work, or you're wanting to study something, learn something new. So you may have been held back or something like, or held off for that. So maybe you're seeing other angles around how you could, you know, achieve what it is. So it's like maybe in your mind's more open to receiving, but not also that, but implementing or allowing yourself to run with it, to move with it, and at least try it out, explore it. It may be that, you know, there are things and dynamics within the family, within your health, and that you're seeing things differently, and you know, about how you can, you know, increase your ability of movement, and your ability to do different things in a different way, okay, and seeing that. So anyway, there is something about making an effort with this, you know, the physical role, movement in this. So the world, so this is like turning things around. So the world really is your oyster, but you are the pearl that's in the clam, that's in the oyster, right? So it's like you're in the center there. So it's really, you've got all the tools there that you can change this around for you. The Two of Swords is maybe that you're overthinking something. Sometimes because there's a decision in there, and you may be trying to talk yourself out of something, and rather than talk yourself into something. But I'm feeling like there is something about there, you know, maybe is not necessarily about making a quick decision, yeah, by the look of these cards, but it's like, you know, you may be overthinking a situation there. So about about moving forward and, you know, moving forward or looking forward to something. There is a death here, the death card here. So there's something that you know, a transition there that you're going through. So this is why I feel like they're just saying, like, you know, allowing yourself to release is really what they're doing, is release this overthinking, because whatever is there, it's like going to change your world when you get out of this funny space that you're in. Because here's the King of Pentacles. So, you know, and he works, you know, cleverly, diligently. He makes an effort and to achieve, and, you know, makes, I want to say the word sacrifices, but it's not necessarily a sacrifice, if you know what I mean, because it's something that he really wants to do. So, you know, a sacrifice is when you know, it's not, okay, whether they're used in there, you know, it depends on how you see it. Some people, I feel like if like you really want to do it and it's something that is, you don't feel like you're giving up to do something else and necessarily and put something to the side while you do that. So it's like that giving up, or, you know, on something else, you know, giving up something else to do something else. There's another way of explaining that, but I think you get what I mean. But it's like, this is about you, like, just allowing yourself to move, you know. This is something about, you know, like, that you want to do. It doesn't matter. It's not like you're giving up something in order to do something else, because this is what nurtures you or feels. This is your goal, you know. So it's kind of, there's something around that maybe you are seeing it like some, you know, like that, what do I need to stop or give up? But I feel like there's a process that is happening there, and it's about these limiting belief patterns that you maybe have to do it this way or that way, and or I can't do this. So it's like, or there are people in the way, or, you know, or things in the way. There are maybe boundaries that you've put in front of you, Pisces, but this is about you moving past those now, because the King of Pentacles is here to say to you, you know, that is achievable, whatever it is. It's like allowing yourself to, you know, to go for it, basically, to get to that point and, you know, put your dreams out there and to achieve them. And work through them and work to them. So then we have here the Nine of Pentacles, and that's up the correct way. And then we have the Ten of Swords. So there's something about, you know, maybe there's a little bit of, as you're moving in this month, that's kind of like, you know, you may go into this funny little space where you start to go into that self-doubt and, you know, not allow yourself to move forward. The Ten of Swords is, you know, the tens are, for me, like there's an end of a cycle, or you're moving through, you figured something out, and it's like there's that transitionary period where everything starts to come together, and you're like, it's a bit like, for me, or how I see it is like, you know, like the Fool, how, you know, on many of the decks, that's like he's at the edge of the cliff and he's about to take a step into the unknown or the unseen, and it's like not necessarily knowing what is going to happen, you know. And one might think that, yes, if you walk off the edge of a cliff that you're going to fall, but what if you don't, you know? So, you know, there's something there. So, okay, that's like that metaphorically, like on saying that, you know what I mean? And that's what it can feel like when we're doing something out of the norm, out of the unusual, that's outside of our comfort zone, or something brand new. And we can't always plan every single little step, but we can have some things in mind to a guidance, in a way, a guideline to get us going, and we can tweak things along the way, assess things, you know, along the way, and make these adaptations or changes that we need where needed. So I feel like this is here is not talking yourself out of something that is like really quite abundant, that could be really quite abundant, really, because here's the Nine of Pentacles, and she's like, you know, in this contented space. It's like she's achieved, she's grounded, and she's achieving what it is that she needed to achieve, and she's seeing the fruits of her labor, are the words that I'm getting. But she can see like she's in control of something there, but she's also, you know, got there's support there, and to help her with this falcon or this hawk there, she's got the support and the tools around her to help her to see forward into the future and to plan, because this is what this is, the King is about. It's like planning for the future in all areas, like financially, you know, with health and well-being, with the family, stability, and, you know, that sort of thing, and energy wise. So there's an all round there. So either one of those may be lacking at the moment, or, you know, all four, I don't know with you. So like I say, Pisces, it's just like take some, you know, not letting yourself hold yourself back. So and letting go of these, I'm going to turn that around. So these are swords that you probably, you know, others may have put in your bag, but you've put in your bag, or you've allowed to put in your bag, and it's stopped you from moving forward. So I'm going to turn it up because it's like, you know what, there's that energy is moving, and so there is allow yourself to finish or end that process and not overthink things. So and just let yourself go. It's because here's the Nine of Cups. Well, that what a beautiful card to actually finish up on, the Nine of Cups, because look at that, there's celebration there. This is you celebrating, you Pisces, the energy of, so with whatever it is, and it's like there's happiness, abundance, and joy with whatever it is that you're thinking about doing or moving forward with. It's like, you know, it doesn't really matter. But this energy that we have up until about the 29th of April, we've, you know, utilize it. And you're going to have some moments where you're going to be challenged with your emotions and things like that. And that's okay. And, you know, and checking in on yourself, and that's okay, because it's like those check-in moments are valuable. They help us to bring us back into alignment, or check in that we are still in alignment with ourselves. So it's like an amazing journey this month of March, and even going into April. So this month, you know, go with that energy, the flow of it, and shine your amazing light. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for you now, Pisces. It's really moving really quite quickly, but this is about really taking action and utilizing it, not necessarily running with everything like a, you know, but it's maybe you needing to go for a little just walk, and then jog, and then, you know, canter, and then gallop, and maybe it comes back to go back to a place where, you know, you're just walking again, depending on what is going on. So really super listen to your body and listen to your intuition, okay, through this month, or all the time really. But yeah, because this is about they're really talking about, like, this is about honing yourself in. Okay, wow. Beautiful, beautiful energy there. And so I'm going to leave that with you, or we're going to leave that with you, with lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, and adventure, and prosperity and abundance. Okay, bye for now.